I mean, do you think if he's not being cleared by the British Boxing Border Control, do you think he should be fighting anywhere?
Most definitely not.
Welcome to the show, Mark. What a fighter you are. The Intercontinental IBF champion, super middleweight, as well as the British and the Commonwealth champion. One hell of a fighter. And it only seems like you're getting better. That's what I like so much about this, because especially since this change in weight, and we're going to go into this, and we're going to go a little bit deeper with certain aspects of boxing. But first of all, let's talk about you. You're 29 wins. You've had 2 losses and 1 draw so far in your career. So let's talk about you and your career. So you fought Denzel Bentley. This was the biggest crutch, let's say, in your career. You drew with him in the first fight, and then in the second fight, again, it ended in massive, unfortunate circumstances. So talk us through the fights really with Denzel Bentley and this unfortunate circumstance.
Yeah, well, the first fight we had that was at York Hall. I was supposed before. I think it was for the IBF, but the child didn't end up being on the line. So we ended up doing a 10-rounder, and we had a good fight. It was a good close fight. I edged it. Denzel thought he edged it, and we ended up being a draw. So yeah, about 3 months later, we fought again. And then I think it was round 3. I got caught right on the eye. I mean, I just swelled up straight away, and obviously I'd be managing the corner, doing the cuts and stuff like that. And obviously he tried his best to get the swelling down, and the swelling just seemed to be getting bigger and bigger. So we did another round, got through the round. To be honest, the last round I thought I edged the last round, to be honest. And obviously I come back to the corner, and the doctor jumped straight in, and she was saying, "No, you can't carry on with that." So obviously the fight got stopped.
It was so unfortunate. I mean, don't get me wrong, Denzel Bentley's a very, very good fighter.
Yeah, he's very good fighter.
He's a good puncher, and I think he's only getting better. So you've gone from being a middleweight, fantastic middleweight, very successful middleweight, on to going up to 168, going up to super middleweight, which I think has completely exploded your entire career. Yeah. I think it's changed you completely as a fighter, and I massively rated you at middleweight. So how do you feel then? Because it seems like this is just taking you to another stratosphere.
Yeah, I feel a lot better now. I feel much stronger. I don't like coming up to the last week. I'd have to cut anywhere near as much weight. So like throughout my camps, like making weight was always on my mind. Do you know what I mean? Like, and whereas now, obviously, I have to diet and stuff, but it's like the stress is nowhere near as bad. Make the weight much comfier now, and I can focus on the game plans for my fights now, and training. Yeah, enjoying training much more.
So obviously super middleweight now. You shocked me. You really shocked me when you fought Lennox Clark. And Lennox Clark is as tough as old boots. Yeah. He really, really is. No one stopped him. He lost one before you, if I'm right in thinking, but no one stopped him. And to be fair, nobody's even been close to stopping him. And he's a good lad. He's from my neck of the woods. So, I like him, and he's strong, he's tough, and he's never even been close to being stopped before. How did you feel in that ring? You must have felt like a bloody machine to get in there and stop Lennox Clark, just saying. So tell me about that.
Yeah, it was a good feeling, mate. To be honest, I thought I was going to get him out of there in round 1, because obviously as soon as I landed on him in round 1, his legs went, and I just I pretty much I just emptied the tank in the first round, began to get him out of there. But obviously, you know how tough Lennox Clark is. He young on and got through it, and then he had a good second round, and then I come out round 3, and then obviously I hurt him again, and after that I hurt him every round, and then I think it was round 6 when I got him out there, caught him again in round 6, his legs went, and then obviously we went back to the road, so I let a few shots go, and then obviously the referee jumped in. But yeah, it was a very good feeling, obviously, to become the British champion. It's a belt that I've always had my eye on since being young, and obviously I managed to get there, and it was like, I don't know, just a mint feeling.
And rewinding again to the Denzel Bentley thing, just to skim over that. So is that a fight that you would like to see again? I mean, obviously it's hard now because you've gone up to 168, but you've had a draw. You've had this unfortunate bruising. It was really bad bruising, and we'll show the audience in the replay when I edit it down for YouTube. But is that a fight that you wouldn't mind settling the score in?
Of course, yeah, 100%, mate. obviously the money's right and stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Then I'm more than happy to go ahead and fight anyone. Yeah.
So obviously you've been out for a while, haven't you? You've been
Yeah.
a bit quiet for you, considering, and you're
Yeah.
one of the most exciting talents right now in British boxing. So tell us what it's been like over the last, 6, 7, 8 months for you.
Well, to be honest, after my last fight, obviously after both Lennox, and I fought again like 8, 9 weeks later, and then I got a knockout in the first round, and then I had a week off after that, I went on holiday and stuff, and then I come back, got straight back in training, and yeah, I've been in training ever since. Just been waiting for that fight date. That's it. Yeah, I've been training hard now for months. You know what I mean? So I'm just waiting for the fight date, and the Zach Chelly fight's just that's just come up on it, and he been made mandatory for the British title. So I've just seen that Ben Chalon's won the purse bids, so it's going to be on the Ben Chalon show. So yeah, I'm just waiting for that. And I was waiting for a fight date for that.
Zach, great guy, great guy. He's been on the show before with his dad. His dad's well scary, but that's a great fight because Zach Chelly's all action. He can punch. He can actually show he could box as well against his last opponent. So don't give your, obviously, I know the state of boxing, but how realistically, how do you think he would fight you? Because you've got plan A, B, C, and D, maybe up to about J. Do you think Zach Chelly would have A, B, C, D, E, F, and G without, as a game plan between you two?
I don't know, mate. We'll have to see on fight night, won't we? See what he brings. Whatever he brings, I'm going to be fully prepared for. I think it makes for a very good fight, and it's a fight that I'm really looking forward to, and it's a fight that I'm massively capable of winning.
I agree with you there, and no disrespect to Zach, a lot of love for his family, but realistically, between me and you, he is strong. You're also strong. But if I was going to be in your corner, I wouldn't really want you, exchanging with someone who's that wild, because he is wild. I think you agree with that. Yeah, he is wild and he's strong. So would you want to be trading with this guy, or are you thinking you could use your silky skills and then trade when you need to trade?
Then I'll have to wait and see what my trainer Joe puts in place, and whatever Joe thinks best. I'm gonna have to go ahead and stick to the game plan, aren't I? But obviously, there's gonna be times. There's going to be times when we are going to stand and trade, and yeah, I'll be ready for that.
So you're ranked number 7, aren't you, now, in the IBF in the world, which is absolutely bloody unbelievable, let's be honest. And if you see some of the names going up there, now I'm only saying this because of the whole John Ryder situation, and nobody really expected John Ryder to be able to get in there with someone like Canelo. But let's just say Canelo come calling tomorrow. You taking it?
You can grab a lot of war fans, definitely 100%. That's where the money is, isn't it? That's where the big fights are. You got to go where the money is.
So I want to talk about the state of play and the disappointing state of play of boxing right now, Mark. Okay, mainly down to drugs. I'm sure you know as much as me that this is so prevalent in the sport right now. Whether it be, and I'm not calling a particular fight, but I will say of the actual things going on. The Conor Benn situation.
Yeah,
I know Conor didn't say eggs, but that was one of the ones from the WBC. They said it was eggs. You've got Canelo. It was steak. You've got Tyson Fury. It was boar meat. It was Billy Joe Saunders. He's got asthma. I'll let that one go because I think it can be, but it's still, there's so much going on in this sport of boxing. What do you think? Obviously, something needs to change because someone's doing it wrong, whether it be the fighter, whether it be the drug tester, whether it be the board, whether it be wherever. So someone's doing it. What do you feel that needs to be changed to prevent this, performance enhancing drugs?
There needs to be more testing, and obviously, like walking in gyms and you know what I mean, just doing more testing, and obviously, and catching them all.
Yeah, no, the thing is, they tend to turn up at different places anyway, don't they? At weird times in the morning.
I've had them at my house. They come to my house one time. I think it was about 9 o'clock at night. Bang, bang, bang on my door. Come to store. I said, "Who is it?" We've had a drug testing.
Yeah,
yeah. Let them in and that, and done the test. But that was at 9 o'clock at night. That.
The Conor Benn situation, and we're not knocking him. Listen, whether he's right or wrong isn't for us to say. That's to him to know, and whoever might know to know. But going on the stance of the British Boxing Board of Control, but the board have said, listen, you're not fighting under our banner. Not only are you not fighting under your banner, we're going to tell everybody, which I'm not sure this is the right thing or not, I don't know. But they've also said, even if you go abroad, we're going to talk to other people to make sure that you aren't going to fight there.
Right.
Morally, I think it might be the right reason. Yeah, he's something's gone on. They're not sharing details. I think it's the right reason. But at the same time, are the board in any? And again, I'm just about to go to an awards ceremony for media for the board, so I'm not knocking the board. But are the board in any moral standing point to tell everybody else in the world that he can't fight there? I mean, do you think if he's not being cleared by the British Boxing Border Control, do you think he should be fighting anywhere?
Most definitely not. No, if you failed a drug test, for a performance drug test or any drug test, I feel like you shouldn't be allowed to fight. Do you know what I mean? Till you've been fully cleared of it.
We're going to talk about the whole Usyk and Fury situation. Obviously, when we spoke to Dev Sarni the other day, he gave me a real good insight into the breakdown and what really happened there. And it looks like what really happened is Usyk pulled out of the fight. We all know that Fury was asking a lot, but it's been quite a few times now, Mark, that Fury has been involved in a situation. And again, I'm not blaming him. I'm saying he's been involved in a situation where he broke down, and it's disappointed fans. And it's probably disappointed fighters because we want to see these undisputed fights. We want to see these massive fights. And it's getting to the point now where boxing's doing itself no favors with this old Jake Paul load of tripe, and I don't like that. I don't mind the KSI stuff because they're not pretending to be real boxers. But the Jake Paul he's trying to fight Nate Diaz next, who's another MMA old guy. Do you know what I mean? Don't try and be boxing because you're not. And you proved that because Tommy did you. And greatest respect in the world, but Tommy's not world level at this moment in time. So realistically, do you think that Tyson Fury is kind of not ruined, but damaged his reputation by another fight pulling out?
Yeah, definitely. Like you said, then I feel like Tyson should go ahead and fight Usyk and get the undisputed on. Do you know what I mean? It'd be nice to see the heavyweight undisputed world champion.
Massive following. So, what have you got to say to your fans out there, Mark?
My fans, I just can't wait now to get back out there and get fighting in front of you all. And hopefully I show the fight date coming soon and put on a great performance.
Absolutely outstanding. An absolutely fantastic fight with you and Charlie, I will say. Looking forward to seeing that. I just want to say from my end, and I know I've said it to you, but I want to say it to the world so they know the person that you are. What a fantastic bloke you are. And what a fantastic father you are. I love how much you love your little girl. And it's amazing to see. So you keep shining, mate.
Thank
and
you.
Let's see you at that world title. Thanks for coming on the show, brother.
No, thank you for having me on, mate.